afternoon, folks. This afternoon's topic A is another one about multi-generational living, but this is the younger side of it. So these are students, some people have kids and they go back to school. So, and then there's the other spectrum where the elderly person takes a class, to keep their mind going. So we're going to dig in to either side of that, and we'll see what comes out for today's presentation. Here we go. Multi-generational living can help students by providing childcare, financial support, and richer classroom perspectives, but also brings time pressure, role conflict, and mixed mental health effects that vary by culture and social economic status. Overview and quick guide. Key considerations: financial need, caregiving load, study space, time, culture, expectations, institutional supports, decision points. Do you or the student need childcare or income support? Is quiet study space available? Is co-residence voluntary or economically forced? Answering these shapes whether multi-generational living is net positive. Benefits for students: practical support and cost savings. Living with parents or grandparents often reduces housing and childcare costs, freeing time or money for tuition and study. This is a common driver of three-generation households in the U.S. and elsewhere. Stronger social and academic networks. Students with family responsibilities often build peer support networks and benefit from diverse classroom perspectives. When older learners are present, which can enrich discussions and problem solving. Intergenerational mentoring. Grandparents and older adults can offer life experience, stability, and informal mentoring that supports persistence in education. Evidence and nonads. Outcomes vary. Recent reviews show mixed mental health findings. Some studies report protective effects, social supports. Others show increased anxiety, depression tied to stressors, and overcrowding. Overall, evidence is heterogeneous and low certainty. Context matters. Household quality, uh, voluntariness of co-residents, and culture norms, moderate outcomes, classroom implications. Multi-generational classrooms require purposeful teaching strategies to leverage diverse strengths and learning preferences. Educators should use universal design and varied modalities. Practical recommendations for students and institutions. For students, negotiate dedicated study times, space, set clear caregiving boundaries, seek campus supports, childcare feasible deadlines, peer parent groups, document caregiving responsibilities with student services to access accommodations. For institutions, offer parent student networks, subsidized childcare, synchronous course options, and facility training for multi-generational classrooms. Risks, trade-offs, and next steps. Risks: burnout, interrupted study trajectories, and mental health strain. If supports are absent, migration, combine household strategies, rotating caregiving, campus resources, and clear communication. This paper models how tri-generational interactions, grandparent, parent, child, can produce stronger neutral synchronicity between grandparents and grandchildren than parent child dyads, and it argues for community neuroscience approach to study real world multi-generational communication. What the study is: a 2023 developmental cognitive neuroscience paper uses multi-brain neurocomputational simulations to explore how age-related Psychological differences shape interbrain coupling in multigenerational family interactions. The authors highlight gaps in practical neuroscience on grandparent grandchild dynamics and call for methods that capture whole family interactions in natural settings. Methods in brief: multi-brain stimulations. The team used computational models, EEG like synchronicity across dyads and trades, varying frequency and coupling. Parameters to reflect developmental and aging differences. Interpretive frame. Simulations were interpreted alongside behavioral and developmental literature to generate testable hypotheses for impractical hyperscanning. Simultaneously neutral recordings of multiple people. Stronger grandparent child coupling in some conditions. Simulation suggested higher interbrain coupling for grandparent child pairs than for parent child pairs, especially within tragic interactions that include an active parent, this may reflect frequency similarities and complementary interaction styles across generations. Triadic content matters. The presence of a parent amplified grandparent child alignment in the model, aligning with sociological findings that grandparents' benefits are greatest when parents remain engaged. Simulation proof. Models generate hypotheses but require impractical hyperscanning and careful ecological sampling to confirm effects. Population level intergenerational. Research faces design challenges. Section confounding family size effects that can bias interferences if not addressed. National Center for Biotechnology Information. Quantitative Context matters. Understanding meaning roles and household dynamics requires mixed methods. Quantitative family unit analysis remain essential to interpret neutral synchronicity in living contexts. Practical implications for researchers and practitioners. Design recommendation. Combine hyperscanning with ethnographic observation and standardized measures for caregiving roles. Sample triads rather than only dyads. Pre-register hypothesis. Diverted from simulations. For family support programs, recognize that grandparents' involvement can be neurobiologically and socially beneficial when integrated with parental engagement. Intervention should support triadic coordination rather than substituting one caregiver for another. Okay, that is A for you. I will be back on with B shortly. Give me a bit for that, please, and I'll be back on with that for you. For now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks.